GE3171 Problem Solving and Python Programming Laboratory, Exercise number 6A, Implementing Factorial Program Using Function. Before doing this implementation, let's see what is factorial and how we can develop this program. What is factorial? Factorial of a whole number. N is defined as the product of that number with every whole number till 1. For example, factorial of 4 is 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, which is equal to, the answer is 24. Factorial formula is n factorial equal to n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 into up to 1. It will be moved. Okay. For example, you can see 4 factorial. There is n value is 4. So it will be substituted. 4 into n minus 1 is 3, n minus 2 is 2, n minus 3 is up to 1, it gone. After that you want to multiply all these values, you will get the answer 24. For that we are going to write the program. Before that, see 0 factorial. If it is came 0 factorial means its answer is 1. This is an explanation for that. N factorial, you all know the formula. N factorial is equal to n into n minus 1 factorial. So if it is a 1 factorial means 1 into 1 minus 1. So 1 into 0 factorial answer is 1. Okay. Let's see the program. Def is a keyword for defining some particular function. The function name is followed by. So by using the function name is factorial, which is followed by a parameter. Okay, and then colon wants to be that. This starts a signal with the function body will be start, which is marked by some indentation, that is a space will be given here. Inside this function body, you want to mention the return statement that will return the value. Okay. So before this, you want to know what is a parameter passed. A parameter is a variable which is listed inside the parenthesis in the function definition. This is a function definition. Here this is called parameter. Num is a parameter. So initialize the value, that is fact is equal to 1. It is assigned as 1. And we use the for loop. For I is a variable in range of, that is a sequence of numbers from 1 to num plus 1. In the number, if you have 5 means 5 plus 1 will be taken. Why I am giving plus 1 means in Python it leaves the last element. So it will be calculated up to num. Okay. The next, fact is equal to fact into I. It will be multiplied and stored in fact and it will be written as the output. This is a function. The main function which starts from number. This number is equal to int input of enter the number to find factorial. If you want to get the input from the user, you want to mention that input of function. And in Python, default it will give string values only. So for calculating factorial, we want only the integers. So it wants to be converted, the string wants to be converted to integer. For that we use this int type conversion, so that the string value will be converted to integer and it will be stored in this number variable. The next, result is equal to factorial. If you see this factorial, it will suddenly move to that function. The function will be called. And what is this number? That is, an argument is a value that is sent to the function when it is called. That is a argument. Argument is a value that is sent to the function when it is called. So the factorial is called, no? So we are moving to this place. Okay. So the number will be passed here. The user entered value will be stored in this number variable that will be present here. if we call that particular function, it will be directly moved here and the value, instead of num, that number value will be replaced. So here you can see in the output 5 is given. So 5 will be passed here. Okay. Then it will move inside the range. So 1 comma 5 plus 1, 6 will be there. In the range you all know 1 comma 6 means it will be execute from 1 to 5 only. Okay. The next, after that, the print the factorial of %d, which is equal to %d. There is a 2% is present, no? Don't confuse about that. After that, closing the double quotes, percentage number comma result. Two values is passed here. That will be placed in this %d. In first %d, number will be placed. Number is 5, you know. See the output, the factorial of 5. And the result, after doing all the calculation, the result will be stored in this %d. So that is 120. So 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Answer is 120. There is another one method for using this, for calculating this factorial. That is a built-in function. Import is a keyword, math is a module. Using this math module, which provides the built-in factorial method. Okay, let's see that. Def is a keyword, it's followed by some function and parameter will be there and colon will be there. Which wants a compulsory, that is a return value. Return wants to be there. Return will give the final value. So inside the return math, that module wants to be called here. Inside that module, the method is factorial. Okay, so math dot factorial of that value is passed here. Okay, this is a function. The main function starts from here only. So num is equal to int input of enter the number. Already I said, if you want to get the value from the user, you want to use that input of function, and by default in Python it will give string values. If you want to convert into integer, use the integer int type conversion. After that it is converted to integer, it is stored in num variable. And next, I am going to pass this value in this function fact. If you see this fact, suddenly it will move to that particular function with the value. Okay, so here 5 is given, so 5 will be moved here, and automatically by built-in function, that is factorial, it will calculate and give the result in the return method. Okay, then after you got the answer, it will be stored in f variable. The next, print factorial of that num is 5. You know that 5 is f. What is stored in f? That is 120. It is printed as the output. Factorial of 5 is 120. I hope you understood the concept of how to calculate the factorial and how to use this built-in function math module. Okay, let's see the lab exercise. Exercise number 6A, implementing factorial program using function. Aim to write a Python program to implement factorial of a number using function. Algorithm, step 1, start the program. Step 2, read a number n. Step 3, initialize the variables, which is I is equal to 1 and fact is equal to 1. Next, step 4, if I is less than n, less than or equal to n, then you can go to step 4. The next, otherwise you can move to the step 7, it will stop it. Else the step 4 will be repeatedly calculated. The next, step 5, calculate fact is equal to fact into I. Next, step 6, increment by I by 1, it is I is equal, it will be moved to the step 3 and it will be called until to the last value. Then finally print fact. Stop the program. This is a program. Already I explained. The function is def factorial number, fact, and for loop is used here. Finally the result will be stored in fact. Here the number, factorial number is got from the user and the function is called with the parameter, and finally it will store in the result and the result will be placed here in this print statement. Output is enter the number to find the factorial is 5. Factorial of 5 is 120. Let's see these execution in Python. If you want to know how to install the Python, you can see the link in the description box. Use that link. After install Python, in the start button you can type ideally, type enter. This window ideally shell will be opened and click the file, new file. You can start typing the program here. After type the program, click the file, save, give the file name, fact1 I have given, you can give your wish, and click run module. Got the output, enter the number to find factorial, give 5. So the answer is, the factorial of 5 is 120. Result, thus the Python program to implement factorial of a number using function was written and executed successfully. I hope you all understood the concept of factorial using function, how to execute that, and how to execute by using a built-in function. Thank you.